Welcome back to Kings at the Table podcast, where if you're a king, you belong at the table. And this is Week 12 recap, Juan. There was some interesting games.
A lot of that was a good finish, upsetting finish. We'll call it an upsetting, like as far not score wise, but what I mean upsetting is like, wow, that's how you fucking lose.
Yeah, there was upsets too, a ton of upsets though, not just how you lost, but teams that won. Let's start off with the Monday night game, as far as how the Bears beat the Vikings and how they won.
Field goals.
Straight field goals.
Field goals.
Turnovers, actually.
4 picks.
Dobbs, man. I was big on him. I was saying, hey, watch out for this guy. And he was just in space. He was high.
Good fucking point.
Right, because it's like 4 picks to the Bears, man.
You know what? It was the wrong coordinates. It was the coordinates, and it was the stars aligning.
He didn't look like himself, like not just the way he was playing, but just
it almost
he wasn't too focused on like he didn't have it. You could just tell from the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, it almost seemed like the whole team was kind of out of focus a little bit, like offensively and defensively too. Going with the Vikings, like I don't know, man, like they were off from the jump from what I took in.
Yeah, I felt like they almost overlooked them. Like
I know, trap game.
A trap game. Like, you were like, yeah, we got this W.
So, like, okay, with Dobbs, you think he's going to bounce back going forward? Or do you think this is like, okay, we've seen really what Dobbs is?
I'm trying to pull up their next game because I'm wondering if they were just too focused on that next game. Now, who'd they play?
They just played against the Bears.
Bears. Damn it.
I think it was the Chiefs. I think they got the Chiefs next week.
Yeah, maybe I'll just pull it up on my phone. But yeah, as far as Dobbs,
he didn't show that dominance presence or like that what we've come to see from him the last couple weeks. Because again, like, you know, he was kind of like a shot in the dark kind of guy. You didn't know what you were going to get out of him when you left Arizona. You know, looking forward or whatnot. But I mean, still, he didn't look that impressive.
Yeah. So yeah, they were going to be playing the Raiders, and I'm not sure if they're just focused on that game. Or they just...
It could be an overlook.
You know,
it's just a slight overlook.
Slight overlook.
Just maybe.
Can we give props to Fields, though? Like, he was looking pretty damn good.
He finally looked good. Like, I mean, all the way around, he was running the ball. He was very accurate. The defense obviously showed out.
Definitely.
Yeah, so, you know, especially with those 4 interceptions and everything like that.
I had a prop bet. I did, like, a 6-team, like, just players.
Okay.
And I hit that shit.
That's
first
right.
of all, so it was like a $20 to win $600.
Hey, easy money.
One of the props was Cole Kmet to get like 4 receptions, DJ Moore to get 5 receptions, and the kicker to get 2 kicks. Right?
Ooh.
I'm watching the first drive. Cole Kmet gets 4 receptions.
Yeah.
DJ Moore gets 2.
Yeah.
And the kicker made a field goal. I was like, bro, the first drive they had to do that for the whole game.
And the hell I did it right away.
I was like, cool. I sat back, you know, just chilling after that. I was like,
you watched that the Thursday night game that was on Monday night?
Basically, it was a bad game. What other upsets was there, Juan?
You know, there was one that some people would consider an upset, which would you know, kind of be the fucking actually no, it wasn't even an upset. Oh no, the Packers one. Yeah, the Packers one. That's the one I was thinking of.
Packers and Lions.
That was an upset. I had obviously I've been riding with Detroit all year, and I kind of thought Detroit was going to be out there, but you know, they must the Packers must have been listening to the podcast because they pulled something out of your book.
Yeah, they pulled an upset, and one thing that I mentioned prior, obviously, was the receivers are starting to look like they want it.
Yep.
And they understand that they need almost every game from here on out. I mean, you could cough up and lose a game, but if you want to make the playoffs, you better go on a run.
Yep.
It's time to buckle up and get serious. And I'm seeing that, for sure. I'm seeing that from the Packers. I'm seeing that from Jordan Love. I've never took away those losses, took away what I thought about Jordan Love when they were losing. Now, people were ready to jump ship. I was like, and I mentioned it already, and I'm pretty sure you feel the same way, like, slow down. Like, this guy is his first season as a starter.
Yep.
Like, why are they so quick to react to the losses? It's like when he's winning, they're like, oh, yeah, he might be the next guy. But once they start losing, he's like, oh, man, I don't know about this guy. You know, a lot has to do with them being spoiled as having these great quarterbacks. You have Brett Favre, then you got Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
You see, like, they're expecting greatness right away.
And that's the thing that might be killing a lot of guys nowadays is like, oh, if you don't instantly show your immediate dominance right out the gate, right away you get questions asked about you. And it's kind of like a give or take, I think, with Jordan Love. Like sometimes they're like, oh yeah, Jordan Love this, Jordan Love that, and they're like all praise and praise and praise. And then like as soon as he loses one, oh he's not Aaron Rodgers, he's not Brett Favre, he's not those guys. Is it time for the Packers to make a move? Right away they do that a lot as of lately. One guy that they're already trying to write off was your boy, Russ.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we'll get into that. Let's just stick to the Packers real quick because this is a game that was a W in a lot of people's, parlays, and they thought the Lions were for sure going to win, money line.
Yeah.
Not the spread or anything, but Lions at home, you're running momentum. It's time to buckle up.
Yeah.
And you lost at home on prime time. You're talking Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm. They got history of losing though on Thanksgiving.
They do. They do, especially with the whole moon thing they were saying. I don't know if you saw that.
Man, they're digging in too much.
Yeah, somebody has too much time.
Easy.
Right. Can we talk about the Lions though? Like, as far as, are you still big on them?
I am still going to be running with them.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not going to chuck this one up like, oh man, it's done, it's over. No, let's kind of like figure this shit out and keep it pushing. Mm-hmm. I mean, this is your third loss of the season. I mean, to me, you're still doing good in wins and losses column. So make corrective actions and then push forward. But I know you got a little bit of a different view on it.
Yeah. What I've been noticing now is I'm thinking teams are starting to catch up to the Lions as far as like their game plan and who they are, because now we know what we're getting when we see the Detroit Lions week in, week out.
Okay.
It's not just, this week they might just throw 40 passes and a couple rushing. No, they're balanced. This team is balanced. They know how to couple carries, couple passes, couple carries, play action. That you know what you're getting when you're playing the Lions.
Yeah.
And defenses are starting to understand that. And I just think that you can kind of see the Bears almost beat them the week before.
Yeah.
Now you lose to the Packers. That's 2 division games. I understand the division knows you better than anyone else, no matter who they are. But what I'm saying is, once playoff come,
they got to change a whole different game plan. Then,
yeah, it's more of like start playing chess a little bit. Like, I'm big on the coach as far as motivating the guys. He motivates them. Like, I'm a big fan of the coach. His name's not coming to my head. Okay, Campbell. There we go. But now it's going to be, let's do some chess now. Let's do some chess moves, especially with play calling. And when it comes to the playoffs, Campbell, you better be ready, man.
What's one thing that kind of does scare me about Campbell is he's not afraid for risks.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, he's proven it. He goes for it all the time. He'll do little trick plays, sneak stuff. But I mean, maybe he should cut back. I think he should kind of cut back a little bit on that. I think that might be kind of hurting him a little bit. As far as being predictable, like how you said, like, oh shit, he's probably going to go for it on this one. He's going to go for it on this one. And then you're just like, you're ready and you can stop him. I think they did a big stop on one of those plays where they were trying to do a fake punt.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was kind of easy to kind of you kind of get that feeling. Like, you're like, oh, he ain't afraid to go for it on this down. Just play to that coverage. But, I mean, I can see what you're saying as far as switching up this whole balance of offense. Because, it is kind of one-dimensional. I think they should, with how Goff has been playing this year, I think you should go more for the air. I mean, their running game is good. That's always good to have, but make them respect the air more than your running game, I believe.
Okay.
I think that might be able to kind of fix that up.
For sure. Hell yeah. Let's get into the Broncos, though. I mean, Russ did look pretty good. And what are you doing over there, Juan?
He's cooking.
Who's cooking? Who's that guy?
Cooking. Russ. I got this recipe.
Was he cooking? I mean, is there something good? Because last time he was cooking, it wasn't that good. I think he was cooking some Hot Pockets not too long ago.
It was Hot Pockets, but he got the recipe down, though.
He got it down?
He got it down because you know what? Them Broncos, they coming.
Yeah, they are.
They coming.
For sure. That's what, 5 in a row?
5 in a row. Tied right now with longest active streak with the Eagles. Put some respect on it.
Hell yeah. For sure.
Break it down for us, Rich. How we look on Sunday with them Broncos?
I think we look really damn good. Not just because they don't give us credit because now they're saying that we played a backed-up quarterback for the Browns. I guess when they had a backup quarterback and beat the Niners.
Oh, it was different.
It was different, right? More
how you lost. You lost to a backup quarterback.
We played the number 1 defense in my eyes. I think the Browns have the top defense.
Still is.
How much points did the Broncos put up I'm just wondering. 29 points.
29 points on the number one defense, folks.
That's 30, right?
Basically.
Oh, okay.
Rounded up.
30 points. Our defense, though, we held them to 12. I think our defense is fuck, dude. I think we might be cracking up to the top 3 defenses right now. Not just because we're creating turnovers, but teams, from what I'm noticing, is they're almost afraid of our defense. And it's not just to say it. I mean it. Like, dudes are scared to catch the ball. So I understand we're getting suspended, but we're sending a message. Others. Yeah, a lot more than others.
A lot more than others.
But we're sending a message.
For sure.
Don't come down the middle. And I haven't seen that in a long time. Now, I've been seeing these pass rushes. I've been seeing this D-lines looking outstanding. But right now, our secondary is looking like
the truth.
No-fly zone 2.0.
And just think, what's his name's not even playing right now?
Kareem Jackson.
Wait till he comes back. What are you going to do then?
Man. So I'm excited of how the Broncos are looking. I mean, I say it week in, week out right now.
Are we going to push that 6?
I think so. I mean, you got the Colts right there. Colts look really good.
I'm sorry. I mean, when I say 6, your 6th win this week.
Oh. 6 wins against the Texans. That's a tough one. That's a 50-50. I don't understand why we're underdogs 3.5. If you're a gambler, money on the Broncos. Take the 3.5. I mean, I would love a money line, but 3.5. I mean, even if we lose, we're losing by a field goal. Yep. I don't think we're going to lose. I think we're going to put C.J. Stroud to slow down. I was just speaking on our secondary. He hasn't faced a secondary like ours.
Ooh.
So, we're both big fans of C.J. Stroud. I love how he looks as a rookie.
It's going to be. It almost feels like a good test for your team.
Yeah, it's awakening for him.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
What do you think?
Dude, that's a 50-50 one. That one's a hard one to kind of pinpoint it. I mean, the way you guys are rolling, but then again, man, you kind of, Houston's looking good too.
They lost to the Jaguars.
They lost to the Jaguars division game, but that's gonna be good. What I might edge over to the Broncos. I'll take that 3.5.
The spread. What about Browns though?
The Browns, man, they're just kind of like a bit on the decline. Now, as of now, they beat us the week before, and then now they got you guys. You guys took them down.
You're welcome.
Thank you. You know what's a trip, man? I was thinking about it. Is you guys physically handled them.
That's what I'm saying.
You guys physically handled them. Myles Garrett left the game.
He didn't get any sacks.
What they call him? TRT or whatever. The quarterback. You guys sent him out. You guys lit his ass up.
I'm telling you.
You lit his ass up.
I'm telling you. Wait till.
And there was a bunch of other guys that got hurt or had to get sidelined for a while. So that physicality.
Can I say that's Sean Payton?
It could be Sean Payton.
He's coming.
That's Greg Williams. That's Greg Williams.
Yeah, that's not no bounty shit. That's just sending a message.
Yeah.
You know what I do like though? It's kind of a sidetrack. Our practices, Sean Payton, he puts whatever team we're playing, if we're going on the road, he puts their logo on our practice field. So they're already feeling like they're there. I've never heard that before.
That's crazy.
That's pretty cool. That's different though.
That's different.
And I don't know. I think it's more of a mind thing. Like, it's a repetitive. Like, okay, practice. You're
something you've already seen.
So once the game comes, you
already feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only thing missing is the crowd levels.
For sure. And one crowd level that wasn't missing was in Houston.
Yeah, it wasn't.
That was a really good game. I mean, you're talking playoffs right there. The Houston Texans lost 21-24 against the Jaguars.
That was you can't get closer.
No.
You can't. Literally, I wouldn't even say a yard. I think if he just got a little bit more of the middle of that fucking football, I think it would have given him that bounce and he probably could have fell in. At that last
I loved it. I loved that bounce.
Bro.
I was like, fuck yeah, let's go, baby. Not just that I hit my parlay, but my playoff hunt. I was like, let's go. Bro, I watched that shit. That shit was in the air, and I was like, fuck, right down the middle.
It was down the middle, too. I was like, it's coming down too fast. Coming down too fast. And it said, boom. I'm like,
I shit you not, that was my reaction. And Hannah was in the coming down the hallway. And she knew I needed that game. She's like, what's going on? What's going on? Like, what's happening? I was like, it's in the air. It looks down the middle. And I was like, I hit the post. And she's like, did it go in? I said, nope. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
But, anyways.
That game actually was a lot closer than I kind of anticipated. I kind of thought that Jacksonville, because, after that Niners loss, they kind of bounced back. And I was like, okay, minor setback. They're getting their shit back together. But, I mean, again, we've been high on Stroud. Kind of keeping an eye on these Texans. But, again, I thought Jacksonville was going to take off with it.
This game?
Yeah. I kind of did see it more one-sided than what it was there.
Can I ask you why you thought that?
Well, going back to, like I said, after they lost to the Niners, they got smoked. And then the next week, who they handled? They handled somebody. They scored like 31 to something, and they handled it. I was like, oh, okay. Jacksonville had a bad game. Now they're back on track. They're getting their shit together. They're getting ready. Like how you've been saying this whole time. They're getting ready. They're strapping in because they're getting ready for these pushes.
Buckling up.
And I thought this one was going to be kind of like a little message sender to Houston. Like, no, we run in this division.
Okay.
But Houston came to play.
Yeah.
They hella came to play and literally a yard short from winning that game.
Well, tying to go to overtime.
Oh yeah, that's right. To tie the game. Yeah.
But as far as the Jaguars though, I think they win the division now, right?
I think we can go ahead and give it to them on that one.
Okay. Some guys are asking, why are they not mentioned with Kansas City and Ravens?
Unfamiliarity. Unfamiliarity.
Yeah.
Because we're so used to. I mean, if you've been a football fan for a while, you always know who's always came out of the South. It's always either been the Colts or the Titans. You know what I mean? That's just a normality for us. And now that the Jaguars are kind of making their name again, because there was a small stretch where they were kind of the ones that ran the division for a little bit, but now they're making their case again, and everything started to really unfold in Jacksonville.
So you're feeling more of just that they haven't been there consistently?
It would probably be like this, Rich. It would be like this. Imagine if, let's say...
Don't say that. What?
Let's say the New York Giants... Let's say the Carolina Panthers right now were the one... It'd be leading the division.
Like the Lions.
No, not like the Lions.
Bro, the Lions haven't made shit in 20-plus years.
But we've seen this build-up process. We've seen this build... Rich, have we not been on the Lions for a minute?
We haven't been on the Jaguars for a minute?
For a year.
Lions?
3. We've been seeing this slow come up.
Hell nah.
Hell yeah.
I think more of they're the same.
For some reason, there seems to be more respect on the Detroit Lions name than the fucking Jaguars name.
That's my point.
Yeah.
But why, though? You see, I'm saying, I put them on the same tier. I think they're the same in their division. I don't think either one of them is going to make it to the Super Bowl. I think, what else can I say about them? Both great offenses. They just don't have that to make it to that tier.
To that next level yet?
Yeah. I mean,
okay, I see what you're saying. So, okay. Oh, man, we keep... Oh, that shit. Here we go.
Yeah,
all right, Rich,
why not?
Rich, break it down to me. Who do you think out of those two have a better chance to make the Super Bowl?
Well, let's pump the brakes on Super Bowl. I mean, can we say...
Okay. I got you.
Okay.
Which one of those... Okay, how can you make one of those teams get to that next level? What is that thing that's missing between these two guys? If they're exactly the same...
Yes.
I'm pretty sure you can't be if you put so-and-so on this team, they're gonna be ready for that next level. Which wouldn't fall for the other one.
No, I think they're both missing a couple pieces. First in the beginning of the year, I was saying they just need a pass rusher for the Lions, but they need a little more than that. And it's not even just the talent. I'm not sure if it's a coordinator, a right coordinator. The head coach is a motivator, and he takes risks, like you said. Mm-hmm. But the play calling ain't all the way there. It's kind of too predictable, and it needs to be more of a chess. And you need to know how to manage the time. That's what a lot of people forget in the NFL nowadays. It's they want to see stats, they want to see points. Well, then you won't have the ball with 3 minutes left. Now, okay, you do have the ball with 3 minutes and you don't even know how to run it down. You'll kick the punt, you'll punt with them to have 45 seconds. You see what I'm saying? It's whatever happened to
run, punt.
Yeah. It's hella predictable. And it's I get it, but at the same time, I'm more old school, man. I love defense and I love managing the game. I'm okay with 13-17, and you have the ball with 4 minutes and you milk the whole damn clock. Whatever happened to that? When do you see that nowadays? If a team gets the ball with 4 minutes left, can they run down the clock? What team can do that?
if they ever had a lead,
and they get the ball with 4 minutes left, what team could move the chains? Not get a first down with 30 yards.
Didn't the Chicago Bears do that against the Panthers? That was like a whole quarter.
What? They ran it down? That's pretty badass. Yeah, hell yeah. But who are they playing against?
The Panthers.
Well, there you go.
The Bears and the Panthers.
I'm not saying like against the Panthers, but against a good team that could, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Basically air out their whole offense.
And the Niners can do something like that. The Eagles could do something like that.
Nah. The Eagles, yeah. Niners, no. Niners are hella explosive. The Niners are too explosive to fucking...
You don't think the Niners could run down 4 minutes?
I'm sure they could.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. But, like, they're too explosive for that. Awesome shit. They do some... They would run some kind of sweep run.
It's too good of a play.
Yeah, and he'll fucking be gone. Okay. Like, how are you going to stop that?
I hear you.
Or, like, you're just trying to get a first down, and fucking Brendan Ayuk comes across the middle, wide open, nobody around him. Purdy hits him, and then he runs for, like, 45 yards.
With you saying that, it's again, we're kind of getting sidetracked, and we'll get back on track. But, you know, one thing that you're saying is pretty good is that maybe Kyle Shanahan is just a really great coordinator, and that's what kills him in Super Bowls and big games. Like, he'll get a quick-ass touchdown.
We got a lead, bro. We got a lead. We just got to run out the clock. Gotcha. Touchdown.
First play. Without it, he wants to run down the clock, but it's an explosive touchdown.
Oh, shit.
Then that's crazy. Yeah.
But, yeah, I see what you're saying, though, man. As far as the Jags and the Lions, man, I don't know. I just feel like the Jaguars got the shittier end of the stick.
But
I see what you're saying, though. Like, you don't... Almost like the Lions get a little bit more of a pass. Does that sound a little bit more?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, okay.
Like, where's the Jaguar love, you know?
Yeah.
The Jacksonville Jaguars. But
you don't hear none of that on ESPN, First Take or nothing, but you'll hear the Lions for sure.
Yeah, you know what you're not really hearing right now is that the Pittsburgh Steelers got another W.
Oh, you don't hear that one? But
how about that stat?
What is that, 59? 59, 56, 57? I don't care. We finally got 400 yards in a game. 400 yards in a game.
Finally.
And we still only won by 6.
Nah, but you just hired you fired your coordinator.
We fired Matt Canada. That was the best early Christmas present ever. And it obviously showed. But one thing that did show, that's been really frustrating the shit out of me is Deontay Johnson. I can't wrap my mind around this whole situation. Because DJ's never been the kind of guy like that.
Well, explain to me what you're saying. Like, what play or what?
So, first off, he dropped that touchdown pass. That was already in his hands. He had it. Everything was all good. And then you want to just drop it at the end. You know, you continue to catch it while you're getting tackled. He was in the end zone and everything. And you dropped it. Then you want to throw a little fit about it. And then there's that one play where they run it literally to his side.
Yeah.
And he's zero effort.
For what? What do you mean zero effort?
We fumbled.
Okay.
Zero effort. He says he didn't see it, and then there's been a couple people who say, "Oh, he didn't see it, so you can't put yourself in that spot." Bro, that ball bounced, and he's looking right at him.
Okay. Now, what if he's telling the truth? How about the other part?
Okay, what about the part where what's his name? Number 91 on the Bengals. I can't remember his name. The DN.
Yeah.
He pushed him, and was like, "Move!" And he like kept running. Like, bro, if the other team's running in that direction, you might want to take a quick glance. Just say, hypothetically speaking, Kenny rolled out to that side, right? And you're right there. You could have caught his dump off. Just hypothetically speaking.
Yeah.
But you want to turn around and make sure you know what's going on with the play. He literally didn't care.
No.
And that right there, man, that's all bad.
Yeah, well, the fact that he didn't even try to tackle the guy after.
Anything.
He was gone, and he just had his head down.
It was literally like one of the worst things I've seen.
In a while.
Especially like that kind of stuff.
So
and it goes back to what was last week with there was an argument with him and Mika Fitzpatrick, and again, nobody's saying who said what was said, but unfortunately it sounds like the locker room chose up and they all went over to Mika's side, which is rightfully so. I believe so. Depending on whatever the argument was about.
Yeah, exactly. We don't know what it was about.
Yeah. But from what they're saying is that Cam Hayward and TJ had to restrain everybody from whatever was going on in that situation. But I mean, that's kind of like what's tying back over to this. But minus all that, still just got a good win. Looking back at it, there should have been a couple of drives instead of the field goals. We should have went, and we could have probably scored. We were moving the ball a lot better. We have been moving a lot better since that last week.
Yeah, so you had 3 field goals.
Yeah.
We were talking about it, that even if 2 of them were touchdowns, it would be, 24-10.
We'd be talking a whole different story.
Yeah, I mean, as far as how just impressive they look.
Yep.
Your guys' record is what now?
7-4
or
7-4.
Okay, 7-4.
Yep.
That puts you guys at what? The 5th spot?
Yep.
You guys jumped the
We went up.
Browns.
Yes.
Okay.
And then we got Arizona this week. So
I see you guys staying at that spot.
yeah, probably finish
And
out
that's
right
a pretty high spot, though.
Yeah.
And for the Steelers not to get the recognition as far as them consistently winning, it might not be too impressive at times, but they're winning.
Yeah, actually, they haven't been impressive up until last week.
Yeah.
I think this was our most impressive win in a few games.
And do you think a lot has to do with the Bengals not having a Burrow?
I mean, of course, that tributes to it, but at the same time, too, it's kind of like the team's morale is picked up, and now they're like, all right, we believe in this offensive system. Because, I mean, we ran the same offense for, 59 games, and nothing ever changed?
Yeah, and it's only been 2 games since he's been gone, and you guys just got 400 just like that.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. So, I mean, it must be the system that they bought into.
Yeah, definitely. Well, one team that got bought into is the Eagles.
Buy into the Eagles.
They won 37-34 against the Bills.
A lot closer than... Well, actually, no, it was about right where you thought it would have been. Maybe not the score-wise, but considering the heavyweight matchup, quote-unquote, from one team.
The Bills dominated for the most part, and then the Eagles just made a run and came back and was like, hold on, y'all ain't finna just do that on our home field.
And we're wearing the Kelly Greens?
Yeah.
They're wearing the Kelly Greens.
Yeah.
No, heck no, they ain't going to allow that one.
Hurts had 3 touchdowns. I think he had 2 on the ground, too, or something like that. I mean,
crazy stat.
It's just... He's taking that level, and they're talking that he might be MVP. He's up there already with Mahomes, and I think it's Mahomes, Hurts, and then Lamar later. But Hurts is cracking that MVP vote again.
You know, he's really... I mean, that guy's just like... Every time I'm watching him, man, he's just like so zoned in. And like, there's nothing that can phase him. It almost seems like nothing phases him. Yeah, of course, he's had his bad games, but... I mean, he's just consistent.
What is that thing he said about not smiling?
Something about he said that he's not smiling or he's not going to be happy on the field until he wins the championship.
Okay.
And I mean, he's keeping to it as of right now. But everybody knows this week is the heavyweight one.
Yeah, that is. But before we say that game, the Bills, you know, they look good. They needed that win to stay in the hunt. They're in the hunt still, but that was a tough loss.
And
what got me was that overtime drive at the end. Josh Allen had a chance to win the game, 39 on like the 20-something yard line, and Gabe Davis went left, beat the defender by at least 4 yards. Open play, wide open. He goes left, the ball goes right. They're saying it was an option of him choosing what route.
Option, yeah.
I'm sorry to say, but that's on Josh Allen.
I don't know, man.
You won the game.
Yeah.
Your receiver's wide open.
Miscommunication?
Miscommunication?
No.
If that was Russell Wilson, is that miscommunication?
Oh, hell no.
Why? Oh, then what are we doing right now then?
It's called favoritism.
What are we doing right now?
Favoritism.
You like him?
Fuck no, not right now.
Your favoritism.
Yeah, I know.
Come on, Juan.
Josh Allen, man, he fell off, and it's been so bad as of lately. Like, you can't even. It's almost like you want to just take a little bit of the respect out of his name, just a little bit. I mean, he did look good.
He looked
that whole
great.
game.
This game was good.
He was, yeah, but
that play though.
That one play, that you know what, Rich? That's that line that everybody wants to talk about between good and great. He was great. He would have hit him.
Mahomes wouldn't have thrown him right.
We're just saying.
Burrow wouldn't have done that.
Burrow, yeah, I don't think Burrow would have. But you know who would have? Kenny. Kenny would have.
Can you pick it?
Hell yeah, he would have.
Oh yeah.
But that would have been Deontay Johnson's fault because he went the other way.
Yeah. For sure.
Oh man.
The Bills though, you think they're out?
I'm a go ahead, Buffalo. I think you guys are done, man. Let's just pack it up. I think
they got a tough schedule. That's the main.
That's the main reason why. I think we looked at it. We only can honestly probably give him like 2 wins, maybe a win.
Like a for sure win.
Yeah,
Some of them are 50-50 and some we have a loss, but
yeah, no,
2 for
like
sure.
it's maybe like 2 wins. I can see him. I think they play the Patriots one more time.
Yeah.
And that's one that we'll give them. And then I think you finish out the season in Miami. And if you're depending on that win, you think Miami's going to give you that one? Hell no.
Hell nah.
Hell no. Miami ain't going to give you that one.
And this other game was the Phil Mary with the Miami Dolphins.
Black Friday, Miami, New York. What can go wrong?
We got a 50% off game. That was not even a good game, man.
It was horrible. It was hard to watch that one. But I mean, hey, you know what it is, what it is. Jets didn't look good at all, which I mean they haven't looked that good this year, even though they have the new backup guy playing.
Boyle.
And if you look at his college stat line, dude, probably one of the. How did he get in the NFL?
Huh?
Have you ever heard about his stat line? Like
No.
in college, he came out of UConn.
Okay.
I think in 19 games, he only threw 1 touchdown.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
I think he had like 7 picks.
So how does he have an opportunity to start?
I don't know, bro, but I think I'm going to go apply.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'll play for the Jets.
For sure. I
Put me
mean,
back there, coach.
he tied touchdowns. He had 1 in this game than he had in 19 games.
Yeah, in college.
Damn, that's crazy. Is that real or was that like a fake page?
I'm 100% serious, my dude.
Oh, shit.
Look at his fucking stats. When he was in UConn, he only has 1 touchdown. He only played 19 games.
Still, that's 19 games that he could have 19 touchdowns.
He could have.
Just saying. So, he had 1?
1.
Wow, that's horrible. Well,
I think
anyways, he's going to get this guy in recognition. Sorry, Boyle, but
no.
you need to earn your respect on the Kings at the Table
For real,
podcast.
he is not a king. You can't sit with us.
I'm sorry. But Tua looked okay. He Did you see that chunk that he got cut on his arm or something?
That was crazy.
Yeah, right? I was like, God damn, that shit looked like it hurt.
Bro, that was crazy, dude. Like I had to. I'm like, wait, what? What? That was crazy.
Someone held a shanked him.
For reals. The bottom of the pile.
Yeah, so Dolphins got that W. One other game on the day before that, Thanksgiving, Niners Seahawks.
Oh man, that was shoot. You know what? I think the Seahawks might be done too, man. I'm gonna go ahead and close the book on them, officially. I mean, it's hard for me to want to believe in that they could still make a push. I mean, we kind of I feel like we rode them pretty high, and then now, like when the dust and the smoke's starting to settle.
You're saying they're not going to make the playoffs?
I don't think so.
I think so because they got a little cushion of games. You got the Rams and Packers chasing you. You're going to have to go on a losing streak.
Can they though?
They can. I'm just saying.
They got the Niners next week.
No, they
after this week.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they got a tough schedule. They can. I hear what you're saying.
It's gonna be tough for me to want to like give them any. They're fucking. They're little. They're flatline and they're all beep, beep.
Yeah,
they're getting ready to fucking flatline, man.
For sure. Niners though, they looked explosive like you were saying earlier, and
for after a while, man, they made it look a little too easy. I'm telling you.
McCaffrey is back to scoring touchdowns. Debo, that dude right there, man. Watching him, he's very hard to tackle. Obviously, he got the yard after the catch, but like it's like a running back. You know, no wonder that's why they always wanted to use him as a running back because it's like a running back running routes.
And that's scary.
Yeah.
A guy who ain't afraid of contact, who wants to hit you?
Yeah.
Fuck that, man. You got to watch out for him.
That's literally what it reminds me of. And shout out to Jonah because he was saying that. He said Debo's like a Frank Gore running routes.
That's a really good analogy.
And I was like, God damn. And then after he said that, I was thinking like I was watching Frank Gore, and I was like, fuck, that was pretty good.
That's a really good analogy right there. That's actually pretty dead on.
Yeah, imagine seeing Frank Gore out there and running some sick ass routes.
And getting dusted on the post.
He's for sure gonna break a tackle.
Oh shit. That's crazy. But Kittle had a good game that day too.
Yeah. Kittle did look good.
Yeah, they all look good. I think Brock Purdy ended the game with the perfect QBR.
Oh, let's talk about Purdy. Yeah, that's been on my chest for a while, bro. Let's talk about Brock Purdy.
There it is, folks. I opened it up for you guys.
Oh man, ask me something about Purdy, man. A serious question that needs to be answered.
Can Purdy win them a Super Bowl?
Can Purdy win the Niners Super Bowl? Yes, he can.
Break it down.
I just feel like I don't understand how you can hate on this guy. Like, I understand he lost those 3 games. He didn't have Trent Williams and Debo, and it is a system. I get that. But at the same time, I got one question, and no one can answer it. If this guy was a top 5 pick in the NFL draft, we wouldn't be talking about him like he's one of the greatest rookies we ever seen.
If he's doing the same shit that he's doing right now with the Niners,
yes.
if he was a top 5, of course.
What are we doing?
Everybody would have been saying the same shit.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
But why is it it's hard for us to believe. And it was hard for me to believe because he was the last pick in the draft. And it's like, yeah, okay, he got lucky. He got on the practice squad and made the team, basically. Right? And now he's starting and he's winning. Fuck that he has all the talent around him. You're telling me all the great quarterbacks, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, didn't have the talent around them? Now, it's hard to say that because I can't. See, and you lean back and you're like, hold on, how the hell are you going to put them in the same?
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to, like, because you say that and I'm thinking to myself, like, what did they have when they first started? Because Peyton Manning had a tough rookie year.
At first.
I remember that. He had a tough rookie year.
He started off hella bad. He had the same rookie year as
Bryce
Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah. The
Jaguars.
Yeah. Yes.
He looked really bad. Tons of picks. Tom Brady?
He kind of walked into that one, though. Brady
Bledsoe.
walked into that one.
Yeah, because Bledsoe got hurt.
Exactly.
So he already had the team built.
So then Jimmy Garoppolo is Bledsoe.
Huh?
Jimmy Garoppolo's Drew Bledsoe.
Well, I mean, in a way, yeah. But, there was a Trey Lance there, so there was a lot that he had to overcome.
True.
You had a guy. How the hell? See, there you go. Now you're getting me going again. Now you got Trey Lance that was a top 5 pick that they traded and gave away all these damn assets.
Number 2.
And how you trade him away. First of all, you keep him as long as you can because you gave up all this stuff. No, they traded him and had so much confidence in Purdy to take over the team. How the hell doesn't that tell you right there how much they believe in this guy and how great his legacy can be? No matter if you're the last pick or not. They got rid of Trey Lance. How?
I mean, right now, statistically and overall performance, it's kind of easy to see how.
No, you're not understanding, Juan. Yeah, I get that. Like, you can say it like that.
Yeah.
But think about it. He hasn't got another chance anywhere else. Now, you don't give up on some guy like that without seeing him play on a team, especially when you gave up a ton of assets. Now you're going all in and getting rid of him because you have the last pick of the draft? You see what I'm saying?
That's a big jump.
There's a reason. Brock Purdy's real, man. He's real. And believe me, I understand that system thing you say because I'm big on that. I'm like, yeah, he has a ton of guys around him. He does.
He does.
But we can't take away what he's doing.
No.
You see?
Yeah, because we could say it's easy, but he's actually out there doing it.
Yeah.
And he doesn't mess up. I mean, not too much, but I mean,
when he has everybody around him?
Yeah, he does not mess up. He's accurate. He's a good QB. He knows what he's doing. Doesn't really fall into he doesn't put himself in messed up situations.
Yeah.
Like as far as if he's scrambling and he's trying to make a play, he's smart enough to be like, there ain't nothing happening, and he'll throw it away.
Yeah.
Rather than be Josh Allen, they're like, he's over there.
Yeah.
Trying to hit Brandon Ayuk and you end up throwing a pig. He's smart.
He's good, right?
Good. He's good.
He's good. He's pretty good. He's pretty good.
He's pretty good.
Okay. For sure. I had to go in a little bit just because it's something that needs to be noticed, man. Let's give Purdy some love.
You know it's hella funny. As you were breaking this down, I hella thought of it like this. Brock Purdy is like the Jacksonville Jaguars.
And, yeah. In a way.
They don't ever talk about him. They're quick to knock him down.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he's putting it on the field. He's doing what he's got to do.
The thing is, they'll talk about the Niners, but they won't talk about Purdy.
No. When
the Niners get love.
The Niners get a lot of love, but when they lose, it's always straight to Purdy.
There you go. Right?
Yep.
But when they're winning, Purdy don't get the love because it's a system.
It's Brandon Ayuk. It's Debo. It's McCaffrey.
But when they lose, it's Purdy.
It's all Purdy.
Come on now.
That's kind of fucked up.
When they win, let's give them some love. It's fucking Brock Purdy.
And he did it, though.
He did.
Yeah,
now, this week, though.
This week, man. Let's go.
Yeah, that's the one.
It ain't even my teams at all. It ain't your teams, but, man, I can't wait for this game.
Early Super Bowl, even though they can never be a Super Bowl match?
It's a Super Bowl for everybody to watch. That's what it's going to feel like. It's a super old school, like, it's like a boxing fight.
They need a halftime show.
They deserve a halftime show.
I need a break after watching the first half. And
well, let's hope it's the entertainment that we're hoping for.
Okay, what are you thinking?
I'm going to go 27-21.
Well, that was quick.
Yeah. I've been thinking about this shit all day.
Who's going to win?
I'll break it down. I'm going to let you fill it out. I'll let you fill it out. Okay. I'll let you know who I got winning. What do you see?
I see a really good game. I mean, the Niners are favored going into Philly, which I don't understand. That's kind of weird to me if you ask me. The Philly is a better record. They're at home. You've seen what they did last year. Made it to the Super Bowl, yet they're underdogs. That gets me a little worried, but I got the Niners, man. I just think I'm really big on what Purdy's doing right now. They're healthy. It's a revenge game. They're talking shit. They're going back and forth. This is a rivalry right now.
It's a pre-rivalry now.
No, I'm saying, like, I can't tell you other than division games what other rivalry there is. Like, it's a rivalry.
It's something.
There's hate, and there's shit talking, and there's like, oh, wait till I see you on the field.
Everybody got this. Between these two teams, they got these. They've been having this game written on the calendar, I think, as soon as the schedules came out.
You're a Steeler fan, I'm a Bronco fan, and we both had it circled.
Yeah, we did. As soon as I saw that game, I was like, that's the one we were going to watch.
Do you see? So,
yeah.
I mean, it's a rivalry.
It's, yeah.
And I just think
a lot of bad blood.
A lot of bad blood, and the way they lost in the playoffs, how the Niners looked, I think they just have more momentum right now. It's not just because of their record. I mean, I know their record's worse than the Eagles, but they're just feeling themselves a lot. And they're going into this like, bro, we have to win this game.
There's a lot riding on this game.
I think it's more riding on the Niners than the Eagles. Like, it's a must for the Niners. It's not really a must for the Eagles. I mean, it depends how you lose. Don't get, dominated.
Yeah.
But if they lose, they still have a better record.
Still got the 1 seed.
So it's like, yeah, okay, we can see you in the playoffs, and you got to come to our house. Niners are like, if we lose that, shit. Like, shit, bro.
It's almost going to be like, can we even beat these dudes in the playoffs?
It's more of a mental thing. Like,
yeah.
Like,
it's going to mess with them for sure.
Definitely. After you talked all that mess all season leading up to this game because you didn't have your quarterback, and then you still lose with your quarterback and everybody healthy, that's a mental thing.
Yeah, that's going to, that could fuck somebody up pretty bad.
With all that, that's why I got the Niners, man.
Man. I got 27-21.
6 points?
Yep.
Who you got?
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Okay.
I feel like, going back to how you mentioned it, like, there's a lot of shit talking, there's a lot of this, a lot of that, and the Niners are hungry for this one, right? I think this is going to be the perfect opportunity for the Philadelphia Eagles to drop the hammer on them. Because, again, we've been waiting for that game, that explosiveness. We've been waiting for that whole complete game. Can you imagine if they do that shit against the Niners? I know how I'm describing it right now sounds like a blowout, but I'm gonna just say like they just look complete all the way around.
Yeah, since they haven't had that game yet.
Yep.
You're saying if they do it this week,
that's gonna hit them in that whole mental thing. How you broke down? Can you imagine how much more that would hit them?
For sure. But do you think it's gonna happen? Is that what you're saying? That game is coming this week?
Yep.
The game
have to. I feel like the Eagles have to win this one more than the Niners in a sense.
Whoa, that's good. Yeah,
because if you think about it, man, like okay, like how you said, all right, we lost. It's all right. We're still number one. Blah 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 blah. What happens if it does run back? You're in the NFC Conference Championship. You're playing against the Niners. They're back in your house. Like last time we were here, we took you guys out. We're gonna take you guys out again, and we're going to the ship. That's where that mental thing can end up messing the Eagles up in the long run.
Okay.
But can you imagine how much more? And you know who they'll almost look like? They'll almost feel like the Rams versus the Niners.
Now the Rams can never beat them.
The Niners can never beat them in the regular season.
No, Rams can never beat them.
Yeah, the Rams can never beat the Niners in the regular season. But then they played in that one playoff game, and the Rams won a couple years back.
Yeah, when they went to the Super Bowl and won.
Yeah.
All right.
Something like that.
Go.
That's the way I kind of look at it.
See,
But
Hurts?
I see Hurts. I see Hurts putting in some work. I'm going to go ahead and say 2 touchdowns on 2 runs.
Damn.
He's going to score all the points.
Oh man, that's your take. I just think that pass rush is back in San Francisco, man. You got Chase Young now. Chase Young has played the Eagles twice.
He does.
This is his 3rd game this year.
Damn.
That's something that needs to be talked about.
Nobody really sees that one.
3rd time playing the same team. I've never seen that done. A pass rusher?
That's crazy.
So he's gonna know what to do. He's gonna know the plays.
They're gonna run this way.
Yeah. And good luck stopping them is what I'm saying. Especially if Lane Johnson don't play. That's the key thing. He's most likely playing, but he is hurt though.
But it's still something to keep an eye out for.
Definitely.
But you can't take away. The defense from the Eagles is good too. They got a good pass rush too.
They do.
Not elite status like the Niners.
No, they're up there.
But they're up there.
Hell yeah.
They'll get there. So again, man, I think that's going to be the big heavyweight fight going into next week, and I hope that Fox lets them flex it out.
They're not though. They already said they're not. They want to get the views to get paid. It makes sense, but it sucks for the fans.
Business move.
Definitely. One business move though was the Kansas City Chiefs. They went in there and had no business. They were down 14-0 to the Raiders in Las Vegas.
That was kind of like, I was sitting there like, oh shit,
upset alert.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I was gonna hit you like, Rich, is these dudes really doing this? And then I was like, no, let me wait. And then it happened. I was like, oh, there it is. That little comeback came back, and then they just never looked back.
Yeah, the Raiders only scored a field goal from there, and then the Chiefs scored 31. So they went down 14-0, and then after that was 31-3. That's a tough loss for the Raiders and for the fan base, and I can kind of say that they might be out the playoffs.
I think we can go ahead and cut them out officially now. I mean, hey, they could still win some games, but that one, it was that one, and last week was there to win too.
The Dolphins.
The Dolphins.
Two good teams.
Yeah. I mean, we would be sitting here talking a whole different story had they beat both these guys.
Who's
had they been the Raiders.
Yeah.
We would have been talking a whole different story right now. But, I mean, these 2 games were kind of like, I think these last 2 were really like, okay, we know where they're at. Like, officially know where they're at.
Yeah. And
as far as, Raiders being the Raiders. So, I mean, future's still somewhat bright. I mean, I'm taking a lot from these games. I mean, they come out, they're not just like the simple pushovers in my eyes. I'm like actually seeing.
Well, this internship as a coach is they're already getting some guys that they're going to be interviewing. I think they said Shaw. I think he was from Stanford. I'm not sure.
Okay. Harbaugh's been in that mix.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think this is kind of like just a
quick glance.
Yeah. That's what I was telling you about Pierce a couple of weeks ago. I'm not sure if he's the guy.
Yeah. Would you keep him on your staff though?
I don't see why not. I mean, but the thing is, it's the head coach that chooses that. So
that's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, the head coach should be, do him a solid and be like, all right, I'll keep you on the staff.
At least he already has a feel for everything like that.
For sure. But yeah, I mean, he can still be the head coach. We don't know. The biggest question with the Raiders is the quarterback.
Yeah, that's definitely the big one.
Yeah, they need a quarterback.
Yeah.
Right? One thing I mentioned, yeah. And as a matter of fact, I mean, shout out to the cousin, F and Aaron. They're Raider fans. And I said, why not go for Kirk Cousins?
Because we're going to get Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, and that's what I said. I said the Steelers or Raiders both should go after Kirk Cousins.
That's going to be dope.
We already talked about how Kirk Cousins is and how we feel about him. Mm-hmm. He'd be a good fit with the Raiders.
Yeah. He's a good quarterback to have. Again, it's easy to get on him, how everybody always does. I mean, we do it from time to time. But overall, he's a really good quarterback. He's accurate. He's,
seriously, put Kirk Cousins on the Raiders right now. There would be a solid team, bro. They would be up there.
They would.
Jacobs.
I think they.
Devontae Adams. Who else? Renfro.
Yep.
Myers.
Myers, yeah, and the tight end too, Myers.
With that defense.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's a fit. That's a fit that could happen
for sure. What other game we got, Juan? Was that it?
Let's talk about how upsetting watching the Chargers is.
Oh yeah,
your boys' big trust.
The Ravens have won 20-10 against the Chargers. I mean, the score wasn't really how the game went. I think that game was a little closer than.
After a while, I'm sitting there watching this game, and I'm just like, man, dude, are you kidding me right now? Lamar's making this shit look like Madden. Like, he was just scrambling, running around, doing circles. and still finding like perfect little dump offs.
Yeah.
They weren't deep bombs; they were just dump offs
For sure.
every time. But I mean, still like Lamar, man, he's still doing that shit. That shit's annoying.
The coach for the Chargers, I don't really understand how he still has a job, and all these other head coaches are getting fired, and they haven't fired Staley. Like, what are y'all waiting for? We know he's gonna get fired in the offseason.
I think because they don't have nobody who wants to come in and take over right now. I think that's what that big issue is. I don't know, but I mean, still, like you got offensive coordinators getting fired. I think the Frank Wright got fired.
The Panthers, yeah,
Yeah, he got fired. And, I mean, you would have thought like, oh, okay, cool, we're firing coaches now. Go shoot, Staley.
You would think, definitely. The Ravens though, they went up to 9-3.
Yeah,
You know, they're still on the top tier. They look all right, like you said.
number one in the conference. They're holding the number one seed right now.
Yeah, I don't know. That game was pretty boring though overall.
Yeah, but I mean, still, I think it's just the Chargers more that I can't get over the fact that they're a pretty bad team, man.
Well,
I don't know. Maybe I'm overlooking it, but I think they're a pretty bad team. I mean, they're getting wins and stuff, but
They got the talent. They got the team there. It's just the head coach, and putting it together. That's it.
Basically.
The head coach. That's it. I mean, come on, get
Yeah.
Belichick, which they're rumored with. That could be scary.
that could be especially because he'd have Justin Herbert. That's
Yeah.
scary. That's a scary thing to think about.
That's what I'm saying.
Hell yeah.
But I think that wraps it up, Juan, for this
For
week.
sure.
What other games is they're looking forward to next week? Is there any other tough ones? Just
They
focus on the Eagles, huh?
Just focus on the Eagles.
Eagles and Niners.
Let's just hope that game comes up on Sunday night instead, though. But it ain't coming up.
For sure. Juan, what do we always say?
If you're a king,
You belong at the table. Gone.
See you guys.